Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Adobe Live. This is the last stream of the week. I'm sad. I've been having a lot of fun just sitting here and chatting away with our awesome guests, including Christine Lee. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Are you excited or sad to be going?
I'm a little sad, but it's a good week. I mean, everyone's created so many amazing projects, and it's been cool to see that entire process through.
I know, I love it. Even as just a host, just sitting here talking and watching, it's really cool to see the process from start to finish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch the previous streams and just like soak in all that information because, you know, I do design once in a while, but not at the level that you and all the other guests do it. So it's really cool to see that process, and hopefully those who are joining us have benefited as well this week. We have Danny and Munir and Lisbeth and Lucas, Manuel, and I saw Val in there, one of our amazing, not only mods, but she was also a host as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
I think she might have been a guest as well. She does a lot of things.
Did you send her the Star Wars pic from yesterday?
I didn't.
We took a picture for you, Val.
Yeah, we went to our old building yesterday and we were touring, and there was this massive, what's it called?
I don't know, spaceship. I'm not a Star Wars person.
Val's gonna kill us. She just quit.
Sorry, Val.
It was the Millennium Falcon. That's what it was.
Yes.
It just went right over my head. Star Wars. Yes, when you come to San Francisco again, we'll show you if it's still there.
I'm sure it's been there for a year because Hiba saw it.
Oh yeah,
year,
that's
so.
right. It's there.
Yeah.
Now she's all excited. I think it was the Millennium Falcon. That's the one. Yeah, so Christine's gonna be finishing up her design today, but before we get into that, in about 15 minutes, we're gonna have chat and win. We're gonna have fireworks behind us, and one of you will win 100 stickers from Sticker Mule. And about half an hour before the stream ends, we're gonna be reviewing portfolios. So hit that portfolio review tab up there, submit your portfolio, and hopefully we'll take a look at it. We're gonna go to space, or we're gonna scuba dive, I don't know. I guess these helmets are multi-purpose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna put on these helmets and we're gonna go to space.
All right.
It's gonna be fun.
Underwater.
Yeah, so for those who haven't joined us, or even those who have, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're going to be designing and what you did design.
Yeah, so for those of you just tuning in, I'm Christine. I am currently a product designer and I work at Evernote in Redwood City. Before that, I freelanced for a year, and then I also worked at a small startup in Boston, working on sales tool for salespeople. And yeah, it's mostly been in like the product design realm. That's where I focus. I like to go through the end-to-end experience. I don't really specialize in one thing or another. It's just kind of everything. So that's what I do in my day-to-day. And what we've been working on for the past 3 days is creating this scuba diving app to let people who are diving learn more about the dive sites and the creatures that they're going to see.
Nice.
So we went through, we created like all the wireframes, we made them into high fidelity mock-ups, we pulled stock photos from Adobe stock and then dropped them in here. And so this is kind of like what you're seeing as the like what we created over the past 2 days. And then what we're going to be doing today is actually playing with some voice prototyping.
Ooh.
So I know like over the past couple of days, Baby Shark has been a popular person or a facet in the chat. So we want to bring him back and incorporate him into the app somehow. And so we'll be using voice as a way to do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so prototyping, get this thing actually working.
Yep.
And a little bit of voice in there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
It should be interesting.
Cool. Let's dive in.
All right. Oh, was that a pun?
Slightly.
All right.
I'm starting off very weak.
I was like, I don't know how to respond. I will just smile and move on. So what I did yesterday, just to give you a quick recap of what we went over, we created a splash screen. This image carousel was something that we had worked on over the past 2 days, so hopefully this shouldn't be anything too new. Basically, each of these cards is a dive site that you can scroll through. And then we also have these more detailed pages that give you more insight into each of the dive sites. And it also gives you a button to view a field guide, which will then launch you into this image carousel with all the creatures you're about to see underwater. And depending on whether you're going on a day dive or a night dive, we'll show you a different set of animals. So I did add a couple more animals yesterday. And one of the things that I wanted to quickly run over actually is how I hacked some of these cards.
Ooh.
Because, so this is a mandarin fish, And originally on Adobe stock, if I dive into this background mask, you'll actually see that it's three of the same Adobe stock photos, because if I just use one, oops, it looks something like this. And so there's a lot of like weird white space.
Interesting.
And when I had it completely at 90 degrees or at 0 degrees and horizontal, there's too much white space. So what I did was I tweaked it, I rotated it, and I also added one to the top and one to the bottom and then reflected it horizontally.
Ooh.
So it looks like a mirrored effect and it fills up the space that's
Now you're
remaining.
getting fancy. I didn't even notice that there was like some repetition going on there.
Yeah,
that looks really good.
That's the point. So,
Nice.
I'm glad that you didn't notice. So I did that for this guy. I did that for this guy.
Oh, wow.
You'll see that this is actually a complete reflection here. And then same for this porcupine fish. I mean, you can see a little bit of the line because I wasn't super careful about it.
That's okay.
But that's just one hack. If you're working with stock photos and you, like, they're not always going to come at a perfect dimension, or
Right.
they're not even meant to be used like out of the box. So if you want to get a little creative and twist them or turn them and reflect to fill up any spaces to make it the dimensions that you want, this is a nice little hack to do that. All right, so that's kind of the overview of what we got through. So let's jump into voice.
Sure.
So I think voice is something newer that I've been trying to play around with. I mean, just as like a consumer, as a user. I don't know how many, do you guys use voice applications or talk to your devices at home? Like, I don't have a smart fridge or I don't have a smart home. I mean, I accidentally wake up Siri once in a while.
All the time.
And I might talk to my car, but it's like a 12-year-old car, so it's a little bit of an older technology. But I've noticed that voice integrations is something that's been coming out, especially like with the newer homes that are being developed here in the Bay Area. They're all hooked up to like Amazon Alexa. They're hooked up to like
It's getting kind of scary.
Ring. It is.
Everything's going to talk to you. Your
It
toothbrush, your
is.
bathtub, everything.
Yeah.
And then one day they're just going to all revolt.
Yeah.
And that'll be that.
So I went to an open house actually, and they actually showcased the smart home setup. So you can say, "Hey Alexa, it's party time." And then it'll like turn down the blinds, it'll turn on some mood lights, it'll play a party playlist on Spotify. It's really crazy.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so we want to take that and bring that into the app so that people can talk to the app and do certain actions.
Lindsay says, does it count if you talk to a non-smart device?
I think it counts. Does it
Sure.
respond back to you?
Probably not, but yeah, it counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you can dream.
Maybe it responds back in our heads.
All right, so I think with voice, it's pretty similar to designing for the screen, except you don't have a screen. But it's still
Right.
an experience that, you know, has like a start, beginning, and an end. There are like inputs and outputs. So I think one of the places that I would like to start is on pen and paper, but for the purposes of this, I'll actually pull up a note. There's a little preview of what we're gonna be doing. So let's see. So there's a couple things that we need to account for. You guys see this okay? I'll zoom in.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a trigger, which is the phrase that you use to wake up your device or to let them know, hey, I'm about to talk to you and tell you what to do. So be prepared to listen to me, right?
Yep.
So for Apple devices, it might be Siri. For Amazon, Alexa, it's just Alexa. Like, it's the name. So I think for this app, we can do the same thing. We can just say like, hey, Divr, or Divr. So these are like two separate inputs that we can potentially use. And then...
It's a good thing we're not using the actual names of actual devices, because we're going to set off everyone's stuff at home.
Oh my God, I know.
When I did one of my videos and one of my streams where I really showcased voice, everyone was just complaining because I was using, I think it was Amazon or Alexa or whatever.
Oh no.
And I was setting off everybody's stuff. It was great. I was very tempted to say something very controversial.
Yeah.
Just to like get the reaction of their devices, but I held off.
Have you played with home away mode on Alexa? That's probably one
No.
of my favorite.
Really?
I don't have an Alexa, but every time I go to my grandma's house, I'll like play with it. And home away mode actually turns on a soundtrack for it to sound like people are at home. So when you're away on vacation or when you're
interesting.
stepping out to run errands, they have like different soundtracks, like mom helping daughter build IKEA furniture or like couple fighting. So it's really fun to like see what Alexa gives back.
Surprised the police don't get called for something like that.
I know, right? Well, yeah. So we have our trigger. And then what we want to also take into account is the action that we want this app to do.
Val says, purchase $1,000 worth of gummy bears from Amazon.
Oh my God.
Although I'd be pretty happy if $1,000 worth of gummy bears showed up at my house.
That's true. But then you wouldn't be happy with your credit card bill afterwards.
That's true. I'd expense it to Val.
All right, so let's see. What do we want to learn from this app? Maybe like, hey Divr, can you show me sea slugs? Can you tell me more about dive site X? Let's just say like Raja Ampat. And there might be different ways to phrase this. Like people, I mean, the English language at least is, I mean, all languages have such like a diverse range of saying the same thing multiple ways. So that's also something to take into account is how do you think users are going to ask the app to do something? So being mindful of the different ways that you can say, can you show me sea slugs? Maybe it's more of a command, like tell me more about sea slugs.
Yeah, and one of the cool things about XD, while it's not as, intelligent as something like an Amazon Echo, it does pick up keywords. So if your phrase is, can you show me sea slugs, but you say, tell me about sea slugs, that's almost a tongue twister. It will probably pick up the fact that you said can or me and then sea slugs.
Oh.
And it'll actually, do the command. If it's close enough, it'll do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Then that makes my life easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's not think of more options then, because
But it's a good idea to do that because if it's far enough, then it won't do it.
Gotcha.
But if it's kind of in that sweet spot, it'll do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so we have our trigger, our phrase, and then we need the app's response.
Right.
So you can either have a positive response or a negative response, right? So either yes, they can tell you more about sea slugs, so sure, I can tell you more about sea slugs. And then, or it might be negative, like, actually, no, sorry, I don't know anything about sea slugs. And then there's actually two different ways that we can go about this. One is, like, sure, I can tell you more about sea slugs, and then show a screen with, like, a list of sea slugs or a sea slug facts, right? So this can launch into a screen. Or we can just have the app tell you the answer while staying on the existing screen.
Right.
So it's another way. Sea slugs live in the sea. I don't know. And then same thing for the negative. So sorry, I don't know anything about sea slugs. We might want to consider having some way out or like having some kind of other helpful action in this negative case. Like if the app doesn't know anything about sea slugs, maybe like it was a bad command or maybe there are different ways to get out of it. So what I'm thinking is like, oh, sorry, I don't know anything about sea slugs. Did you mean sea bugs? I don't know. I don't know what sea bugs are.
I'm sure they exist.
Yeah.
And they're probably cute.
And so just giving them like another way to try an acceptable command. And then another thing might be like, oh, sorry, I don't know anything about sea slugs, but our friend Siri might. And then have like a tie-in to ask Siri about sea slugs. So just giving the user a way out, not necessarily trapping them and being like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do now? And encouraging them to take another action.
Yeah. Alexander is asking, will future versions have more language with support? Yes. So now that the initial release of voice within XD is available, the team is now going to work on a bunch of different languages. And I think you'll start to see that soon.
And Anthony, yeah, shrimps are technically sea bugs. That's a good point.
Oh, there you go.
We do have an Adobe stock photo of a mantis prey shrimp, or shrimp mantis prey, this guy. So we can incorporate him.
They are the
Peacock mantis
cockroaches of the sea. But they taste better.
Do they? Probably, I don't know.
I've never had cockroaches, so I can't compare.
All right, so we have like the basic happy path now, right? So you say a thing, you ask it a thing, and then the app will respond yes or no, and then you're on your merry way. One thing that we might want to consider is, do we want to create separate screens for this experience?
Oh.
Because when you're designing for voice, I mean, it's like a newer technology. I don't know that everyone is 100% on the voice train, but it's good to get some sort of feedback to let the user know, yes, I understood that you're talking to me, and yes, I understood your request,
Yeah.
and here's what I can do about it.
Of course.
So having some kind of screen feedback might be helpful.
Yeah. A big question is, how are divers going to use this
Divers?
when they're under the sea?
Well, I don't know if you can bring your phones under the water.
I don't know if you can talk down there either.
Yeah. I was thinking like this might be fun between dives
Yeah,
or
totally.
before
Yeah,
or after
I agree.
dives, but yeah, I don't know. If maybe the iPhone 12 will be water. Isn't this one waterproof
It
until like
is,
50
yeah.
meters?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, maybe the iPhone 12.
But talking is still a problem.
You can babble. That can be an accent in the language.
Oh, right. I'll
recognition.
get the team on that.
Babbling blurbs. All right. All right, so we need to design some screens. So one thing that I like to do is I like to look at other products and see how they do it. So I don't
Yeah.
have an Alexa with me right now, but I do have Siri on hand. So we can ask Siri like, hey Siri, can you tell, oh, why is it in Korean? Oh God.
I'll just speak Korean, I guess.
Let me change that. I have no idea why I did that. Okay, let's ask it again. Hey Siri, can you tell me what time the sun is gonna set tonight?
No, it will be dark.
It's not helpful. Thanks. So sassy.
Wow, she's useless.
But now you can see like the interface, right? So when I was talking to Siri, she had the little like waiting sign for me to give her the feedback. And then it like captured each word as I was saying it in real time. Who knew Siri was a sassy lady? So that's helpful, thanks. So that's actually a fun way that we can take voice is like determining what tone we want our voice app to sound like.
That's true.
And like how helpful we want it to be. Like
Yeah.
we can go Siri's route and be like super snarky and rude.
That could be fun.
Or we can be like super helpful and humble. So I don't know. What do you guys want to see? Do you want to see a sassy app or do you want to
Ooh.
see something a little more?
Yeah, let us know in the chat. You want
helpful.
something serious or sassy?
Yeah.
And by the way, for those who are kind of looking to get into voice, I have a video on my YouTube channel that covers how to use voice in Adobe XD, but we also have a UI kit. I think it was made in conjunction with Amazon. So there's like some Echo stuff and all that fun stuff. And it's like an official UI kit for the Amazon Echo, which is cool.
Cool.
And as announced at Adobe Max, I'm excited about this. At some point in the hopefully near future, you'll actually be able to test your voice prototypes on an actual Amazon Echo.
Whoa.
That's gonna be cool.
When is that coming out?
I don't know. I know that Koi, when he was presenting, he
Yeah.
said soon.
Soon.
So soon. Could be tomorrow.
Tomorrow. That is soon.
It's not tomorrow.
All right. Well, we're getting lots of requests for sassy.
Yeah.
All right. So let's brainstorm some sassy phrases. Can you show me the sea slugs? What's a sassy? How would you
Oh,
say that in a sassy way? You're gross. I don't know.
Just look in a mirror.
Oh,
I don't know. Is that too sassy? That might be mean.
what is a border between sassy and being rude? I don't know. I feel like there's a very gray area. I like that. Just look in the mirror. And then we won't show them anything because we're sassy and we're
There
not
you go.
helpful. Negative. So
Or pull a profile picture from their library and just show it.
ooh, that's
Now we're getting terrible.
maybe from like their account settings. Nice.
Yeah, and that's the one that Val linked in the chat. If you want to learn about voice, that's the one.
And then negative, if we can't show them sea slugs, what should we say?
Or maybe the mirror one should be for negative.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe it should be I'm not sure, but maybe try looking in a mirror or something.
We could also be like snarky and say, oh, hold on, let me Google that for you.
Yeah.
And then
That's
like,
basically what Siri does anyway.
Let me Google that for you.com/cslugs. I don't know if that's gonna work. Okay, cool. So we have some content to work with.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can go through a lot of different other actions. So if there's anything that you guys want to see, let us know.
And what's neat about XD is that you can wire up basically any object on an artboard for voice. So it can be a layer that's set to 0 opacity, or it could be a text layer, or it could be whatever. You can have all these different wires coming out of a single artboard that lead to whatever you want.
Wait, is that the hack where like you have like little circles and set to 0 opacity?
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, but the objects don't even have to be related. So you can do a random, like a menu button. You can have that linked to an artboard about sea slugs or something. Yeah, it's cool. You can have anything wired up to anything.
And then if I make one menu connect to that artboard on sea slugs, if I have that menu in a symbol, will that carry over to other menu items in my symbols?
So,
Will we try it?
oh, we can try
Okay,
it.
let's try it.
I'm trying to picture that.
Yeah. Or say you
The
go
answer is
check
me.
it yourself. Actually, that's nice.
I like
check
that.
it yourself. Nice. All right. So let's jump into XD. What are we doing? Can you show me sea slugs? Go check it yourself. So let's go to the home page, go to the prototype, and can I have this, oops, same, so I can connect this guy to somewhere else?
You could, yeah. And a lot of apps have like voice or microphone icons.
Yeah.
So that might be something to consider.
Yeah, so we do need to create a separate screen to get that feedback, right?
Right.
Kind of like how Siri showed us. So let me get rid of these guys. Create a new screen. Let's use this trick that we learned yesterday. So then in the marketplace, we can look for a microphone app. Or microphone icon, sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Icons or vectors, yeah. Michael Cena, come on.
Michael
I'm
again.
just
How many
like-
icons does Michael have?
Thanks, Michael.
I need to meet this guy.
Yeah, you should bring him on.
Let's see if I can find him. Who are you? I keep thinking it's Michael Cera from, the actor.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not him though.
What movie is he from? Is it called like Juno or something?
Yeah, that's the one. It's a good movie.
Yeah. Oops. I'm just gonna stick it up in the corner for now. We can find a good home for it later. But for now, just to test it, let's make it white. The other thing that we could do is, the other thing to consider actually is when you first download the app and then you're trying to click on this microphone button, maybe that's a good time to ask for permissions to use your microphone on the phone, because it might not be explicitly granted unless you have it in TOS. I don't actually even know if it's technically possible to hijack permissions.
I don't think so.
We might have to ask for permission, so we need to create that screen. Let's do that down here. So let's make that an overlay of this guy. And I think in
I was about to say.
my iPhone X template, there is a permission dialog somewhere. Let's see.
Val says her favorite sea creature is a vampire squid. It's a real thing.
What is a vampire
Ooh, I
squid?
don't know. I want one now.
Oop, not campfire. Vampire squid. What do you like about it, Val?
Ooh.
You're creepy.
That's kind of cool. Looks like I'd eat my face off, but it's neat.
That's crazy. This looks like a dinosaur head if you look at it this way. Wow. So I can...
I like that one. I've seen that a lot.
Yeah, this is what I did like all of last night. I would like look up animals and then just get sucked into this vortex
I
of
know.
like, what do they do? How do they move? Oh, vampire squid is a garbage disposal of the ocean. That's helpful. We need those. All right, anyways, coming back here, let's grab one of these guys, the alert. And then overlay that here.
It looks like my Uncle Larry.
Yeah, that squid is a Sith. That's the first thought I had too. All right, what do permission requests look like? Can we access permission required? But it needs to be more friendly than permission required because that just sounds rude. Yes. Grant permission. Oh, just say yes. No. We need permissions, or Divr requires access to your microphone in order to use this feature, which is in order to use voice commands. So I feel like copywriting could be a whole nother section.
Oh, totally.
I mean, like copywriters are magicians. I call them my word designers.
Yeah.
And it's so crucial to the experience, which is why I'm not a copywriter. I rely on the expertise of other people to guide me.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to squeeze something into a tiny little dialogue box.
Yeah.
I did copywriting for a little bit when I was starting my marketing stuff. And I remember one time someone gave me like these big paragraphs of stuff, and they said they needed it squeezed into basically one sentence. I was like, how? I did it somehow.
Wow.
But it's yeah, sometimes it's very difficult, but when you're constrained to little tiny boxes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not a wordsmith at all. I stumble over my words all the time. But this gives you the general gist. In a normal setting, I would mock this up and have like something that resembles a message that I'm trying to get across, and then I'll work with my word designer to be like, hey, can you help me make this sound good and approachable? But if we're trying to be sassy, maybe we can make this message super sassy too.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have this guy.
Oh,
Ooh.
Before we do that, we have Chat and Win, firework. So we're gonna take a very quick break, and when we come back, let us know, I mean, you can smash the keyboard, but let us know what your favorite sea creature is, and one of you will win 100 free stickers from Sticker Mule. We'll be right back. And we're back. So yeah, smash that keyboard, let us know whatever or what your favorite sea creature is, and one of you will win all these awesome stickers. I think you can pick your own stickers if you win, which is cool.
Nice.
Yeah, who doesn't love stickers?
Maybe you can make a sticker of your vampire squid.
Ooh, I'd like to see that.
And
If
then
one
put
of
them
you
on the
wins,
trash cans.
yeah, you need to make a sticker of a vampire squid. Actually, speaking of stickers, we just saw something crazy. One of our creative residences, which by the way, applications are open at, I don't remember the exact URL, but if I have it on Twitter somewhere. The residency is open for applications right now. She made these stickers, and she paired it with this application that you can actually like hold the stickers and have this AR application, and the stickers come to life, and you can go inside. It's crazy.
It is insane.
Crazy.
I would show you. Oh, Mike.
Mike,
Congratulations.
whose uncle apparently looks like a sea squid or something. You just won 100 free stickers. Maybe you can give them to your uncle, and he can make his face look a little bit not like a sea squid.
Creative squid. Nice.
I'm so terrible to the winners. So someone from Behance will get in touch with you very shortly. I believe Adobe Live is here. They'll get in touch with you. And if you did not win, oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
It was Nadine.
Yeah, Nadine created these crazy stickers. I don't think she had any examples on her Instagram. Oh, maybe this guy.
Yeah, that's the sticker. Oh, there you go.
So like you just put your phone over her sticker, like which is a physical thing, and then they come alive. It's like something straight from Harry Potter.
It's the craziest thing.
It's so cool.
And it's just stickers. It's weird.
And they like move and dance, and you could watch these for hours.
Yeah. And she was able to do this because of the creative residency, which is so crazy.
Nice.
I love it. And if someone, I don't know if the link was in there, but if Val or one of the other mods can post a link to that creative residency, the applications are open until sometime in February, so definitely check that out. It's basically, Adobe pays you to create for an entire year with health benefits, a full year's salary, and Andrea Hawk, who's one of our UI and UX designers on the creative residency. There it is. Thank you, Val. If you check her out on Dribbble, she's done some really cool automated hacks. And it's just because we've been paying her to create. It's so cool. And it's really meant for people who are just getting started in their career and have really interesting ideas that they want to do over the next year. It's nice. February 7th, thank you.
Do they have a showcase at the end of the year for all the residents?
I don't know, that's a good question. They must have something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would
But
be
I'm gonna
fun
find
to
out.
see.
Yeah. And these stickers are crazy.
Yeah, you should check them out. Her handle is Nadine Kolodzi. I probably totally butchered her name. I'm so
That's
sorry,
okay.
but she has a lot of neat stuff on her Insta
Yeah,
page. So
it's insane.
yeah. All right, let's jump back to squids. All right, so we have this permission now, and then say when you click on this. Maybe they don't even need to click it. Maybe they can, well, I mean, the first time they will have to click it because we won't have access to their microphone.
Right.
So let's use tap, auto animate there. And then if they click yes, we should grant them permission, or we get permissions granted, and then take them to this screen, which will be like our feedback screen.
Yeah. Oh, Osama applied. Awesome. I love seeing people who apply. And one thing I should definitely stress is that when you are applying, make sure you have a really interesting idea. It's one thing to say, I'd love to do this because I want to create for the next year, but if you come to the table saying, you know, I want to create this amazing UI and UX automated hack series, kind of like Andrea, over the next year and you know, outline the whole thing, it'll definitely help a lot. Kevin Lee is in the house, one of our awesome hosts and guests, and he's excited for Baby Shark.
He's coming.
Oh yeah.
All right, so what I just did is I created this janky confirmation screen. It looks not so awesome, but I'm just trying to like get some basic wireframes out.
Yeah.
So when you have this permission required screen and you click yes, then we should take them to the screen where they can start talking. If they say no, we can either just like close out this dialog and return them to this home screen, or we can like have some sort of messaging saying like, oh, don't worry about it. You can always grant it later through settings if you want. Because I think you only get one chance to ask. You can't like re-prompt users afterwards if they explicitly say no.
Yeah.
So that's something to be aware of. Just be aware of the limitations and make sure that you can get them to say yes the first time around.
Yep.
I know a lot of apps nowadays have a screen that like precedes this dialogue that says like, that basically primes a user to want to click yes.
Right.
So
it's like a modal before a modal.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I know it's because, you know, Apple's or Android's messaging is very specific.
Right.
So it's not very friendly. So
Right.
sometimes I think Instagram has something like that. They say, hey, you know, in order for you to post the stories, you have to give access to your photos, and then the thing will pop up.
Yeah.
I get it, but it's annoying.
Yeah.
Too many
like,
things.
You can always go back later and do it. It's just more of a process, but I'd rather do that than like waiting.
I agree.
So that's where we're at. And then, so we need to create the listening screen. So how would that look? Maybe some little wavy lines like this
Oh yeah.
that like animate through, or we can do like a pulsing circle to show like the voice feedback.
That could be fun.
Let's try that. Not scientific at all. And then Let's see.
Hey, G2 is here. He actually was our winner from yesterday's challenge.
Oh,
He did.
nice.
Remember the one that we reviewed? One of them that we reviewed. It was the goal tracking app with that really nice layout at the top. It was the blue layout.
Oh, with the graph and the orange graphs.
And the 100 points.
Yeah.
So he won yesterday's Creative Cloud subscription.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
awesome.
congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Thanks for tuning back in. All right, here's my janky
Hey, it'll work.
feedback thing. Feedback indicator. So the question is, maybe we can prompt the user to say like, how can I help? Or what do you want to know? Or something along those lines. And then you can have some like auto or suggestions. Say like, try or ask me where to find the best dive sites in Indonesia. I don't know. And then just like give them a couple prompts in case they're stuck or they don't know where to start.
Yep.
So let's make that look decent. That line height is whack. Right. How can I help? Ask me where to find the best dive sites in Indonesia.
Kevin says me. Play Baby Shark. We're getting there, Kevin.
And then let's say that you start asking, so we can put that up here. Hey diver, tell me where to find the best dive sites in Indonesia. Or tell me what the best dive site in Indonesia is. What the best dive site in Indonesia is. And then this should take you to our Indonesia, or no, let's create another one that's a confirmation that says make a new text box.
Hey, D, thanks for, we had a little bit of a Behance server hiccup this morning during maintenance, but we're all good now. And I believe the replays for my stream with Josh is probably available right now on the replays tabs. We still streamed, we were on YouTube, but all good.
I forgot we were going sassy.
Oh, that's right.
Here's the answer. I think one thing we can do is, because you already asked a question, we can fade this back a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we can bump this guy up a little bit. It might not scale well, but we'll try it. Check it yourself. Actually, I like the old font size better. And then let's hook it up. So, yes, how can I help? So this is where we're gonna start asking. So let's enter in that voice command. So I think you just go to trigger voice. Oops. And then you enter in the command, which is this guy here. So we'll say, hey diver, tell me what the best dive site in Indonesia is. And auto animate, go to that screen, that's all fine. And then once you're on this screen, we wanna auto connect, right, time to here. And then this is where the app will talk back to us. So we just have to click on this guy here, click on time, and I think it's called speech playback.
Indeed.
Go check it yourself. We can add a little bit of a delay. Might be nice.
Yeah.
We'll see. Let's test it out. Okay. So if we go up here, click play. I think my volume's on because we heard Siri earlier. Click on this guy. Diver requires access. Click yes. How can I help? I think you hold the spacebar down to start talking to it, right?
Yep.
So, hey diver, tell me what the best dive site in Indonesia is.
Go check it yourself.
I love it. And hopefully you all heard that. You know, the microphone it should pick it up. But it worked. That was awesome.
Yeah, let us know if you were able to hear it. Or you can try it yourself at home if you're following along. So that's fun. We can take it a step further. So this has a little bit of it doesn't have any utility because she's being sassy.
Right.
I haven't determined if Diver's a she or a he or it, so we can leave that out of it. But Baby Shark wants to make a way in here.
I think so. Kevin's excited.
So let's figure this out. Let's figure out this happy path for Baby Shark. So the phrase, this can be a fun Easter egg too because users might not know about it unless they know to know about it,
right.
You know?
Yeah.
So maybe like through word of mouth or if they're just testing it out, like when I go to my grandma's house, I'll be like, ask her stupid questions like, hey Alexa, what's your favorite wine? And hey Alexa, sing me a song. And she actually has really fun responses to those. So that's like a fun Easter egg. We can recreate that experience here.
Awesome.
So, what should we, like, how should we invoke that Baby Shark song? Is like, sing me a song too literal? Is there a better way to do it?
I think that could work.
Yeah, okay, sing me a song. Ooh, Lindsay's suggesting, is Baby Shark your favorite creature?
Ah,
That's a good one.
interesting.
Yeah, it is like the secret menu on In-N-Out. This is the animal fries to the scuba diving world. So, is Baby Shark your favorite sea creature? If we're going with a sassy response, Lindsay, what would you say back? Sing me a song. This is just gonna be Baby Shark.
Yep.
So
Now
actually,
we need the lyrics.
we
The
do have the
amazingly
lyrics.
written lyrics.
So I have them here in this other note. I already copied. Just gonna copy that in. And then, let's actually try it on this screen. So, if I want to create multiple things here, can I just hook this guy over?
Sure. Yep. You can hook anything.
So, voice, command, hey Divr, can you sing me a song? That all looks right. And then, oh, actually we might need to create a new screen because it's a different command. Hey Divr,
Oh, right.
can you sing me a song? And then this will connect to whatever her response is. Oops, make this 50 and this 50. This should hook up here. Hey Divr, can you sing me a song? Auto time to here. And then the output will be here. Under time, speech playback. All right.
Oh boy.
Should we try it? This might not sound great, but let's give it a go. Hey Divr, can you sing me a song?
Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do.
That sounds awful. That
But
sounds.
that's what makes it so good.
Oh god, that was really painful to hear.
I hope Kevin's not disappointed. Kevin's
it-
gonna leave.
I know. I'm so sorry, Kevin, for letting you down. Is there a way? There isn't a way to embed videos or like audio files yet, right?
Not yet, no.
Okay. I feel like that might be better. But we can actually use this to our advantage. Like, we can come up with an excuse for why Divr sounds so awful.
Right.
Maybe she spent too much time at karaoke last night and she has a hoarse voice.
There you go.
Her voice box is busted. Or maybe, I don't know, she just sucks at singing.
It's very possible.
So,
Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do.
We can just do this for the next hour and a half.
I wonder if we can make it like rhythmically correct.
Oh.
Can we hack it so it's like, you know how it's like baby
We can try.
shark?
I know it does respond to, you know, punctuation and lots of A's.
Okay. And then maybe we can like add little breaks. Does it understand breaks?
I think it might.
Okay, let's try it. Oh, we need to put that guy in here, not in the screen. All right. How can I like make it automatically play?
When you just play that screen, it should do it.
Play the screen?
Mm-hmm.
How do I
You might
play
have
the
to
screen?
close it and then preview it again.
I see.
Baby shark do
Ooh.
oo doo 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 doo. Baby shark do doo 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 doo. Baby shark do doo 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 doo.
Baby shark.
Not quite,
What about
but good
like,
try.
We can do this.
When is auto-tune coming to XD? I think now we need this.
Be shark. Okay, let's try this.
Oh
guy.
man.
Baby shark do oo doo 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 doo. Baby shark do doo 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 doo. Baby shark do doo 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 doo.
Now it's in Pig Latin.
Yeah, this is not. What if we make it rap? Because
We
there are
can- okay.
baby shark raps out
There
there.
are.
Yeah, like last night I was telling Howard, I went down this dark hole of like baby shark renditions and remixes.
It gets weird.
I didn't know there were so many options. Like there's baby shark R&B. That's a good one. I had really a great time watching that one. And then there's baby shark rap. There's baby shark Santa version. There's a whole ecosystem out there for baby shark remixes. Okay, so I actually watched this YouTube video. Let's plug this guy.
I'm the baby.
This is the R&B version.
Oh my
This is,
gosh.
I won't spoil it unless you guys want to watch it. Let me.
That's my grandma.
Yeah, it's really good. You guys should watch it. This is the one that I want to recreate because it's more of a rap.
I'm just a baby, but I got a mean bite. I eat lots of fish, I got a healthy appetite. I can smell food from 3 miles away. I got
So y'all should go watch
Pretty
it.
good actually.
So thank you, G-Rated, for creating that content. I don't know how to, like, how should we credit? I don't know how to credit them. But I'm just gonna pull like a verse from this and try it in the app and see how it works.
Okay.
So let's see. It's this one. Baby shark. I'm just a baby. Okay. So we're going in here. I'm just gonna create another artboard just so we can compare them later. And then this one will be the rap version. Let's see how it sounds.
Baby shark do doo 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 doo. Baby shark do doo 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 doo. Baby shark do doo 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 doo. I'm just a baby, but I got a mean bite. I eat a lot of fish. I got a healthy appetite. I can smell my food from 3 miles away. I gobble gobble gobble. I don't know no other way. I have to keep moving so my gills can breathe. Watch for me. I nibble and bite down on your jet ski. We're just sharks. We avoid the drama. I learned all of this from my mama.
I liked it.
That kind of works. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but you can see what the capabilities are, and I think it's it's good enough. It's good enough. So yeah, for any like parents out there, or if you're watching like babysitting younger kids and you need variation in your life,
Yep.
there are Baby Shark remixes. The internet's got you covered.
You can also create your own with Adobe XD.
You can. Yeah, if you can make something that sounds decent, let me know, and then we'll stick it in here. So play around with it and let us know. All right.
Forget auto animate, forget repeat grids. The main marketing push for 2019 for Adobe XD. This.
All right, and then let's come up with a sassy version. It's like you sing it. I don't know. And then we can just have it, you sing it here. Okay, so we got like 3 different versions. It's fun to see like how you can use this technology and like create different experiences out of it, and especially when it doesn't go as you expected, you'll find creative ways out of it, right?
Absolutely.
So, let's do a version where like she has an excuse. What's a snarky excuse for not being able to sing in tone?
Ooh. I'm currently underwater and cannot sing.
Nice. Let's do that.
Yet she can somehow talk. I don't know.
I'm currently underwater and cannot sing. Bye. Thanks, bye. Let's see how this sounds. Oops, I muted my thing. Let me try it again.
I'm currently underwater and cannot sing. THX Bay.
Okay.
Doesn't understand slang.
Yeah, doesn't
Or text
understand. THX Bay. All right, I think that's a pretty good.
That's a good Easter egg.
Yeah. I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. I guess another thing that you could consider doing is maybe instead of like a voice response, you could create a little GIF of Baby Shark and put it in there. Or you can there's like other ways to entertain the user without just relying solely on voice.
Yep.
So.
And I know that the XD team is working on video and GIF importing into XD.
Ooh.
So once that happens, you can do really interesting things.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
And I think they might have said that MP3 inclusion, kind of like with speech playback, is something that they're working on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was reading yesterday online, I was like, how do I do this in XD? And a lot of people have found creative hacks for incorporating GIFs into XD. So there is a way to do it, it seems. At least people have figured out some kind of workaround.
Yeah.
But that's good to know that it's going to be part of the native experience.
Totally.
Yeah. Oh, it gives you a karaoke version of the song, so you have to sing it, or Divr locks your phone. That's amazing.
That'd be great.
Let's do that.
And Kevin says, imagine if you can add your own voice. That would be really cool.
So like you're talking to yourself,
Yeah.
and then you respond to yourself.
Yeah. I would talk to myself all day.
Hey Divr, can you sing me a song? I just want to be really rude to the user, which is not something you should do as a product designer, but because we're just having fun right now, let's figure out how that might work. So, hey Divr, can you sing me a song? No, you sing me a song, or else I will lock your phone. In 3, 2, 1. I feel like we could just do this all day.
Probably could.
No, you sing me a song. Or else. I will lock your phone in 3, 2, 1.
Block.
So sassy.
I should make this text box bigger so you can actually see it. Okay. So we got it. All right.
Quick reminder, we have about 34 minutes until we review portfolios, so if you want yours considered, definitely hit that portfolio review tab right up there and make sure to submit them.
So let's take a break from voice commands right now.
Okay.
I think we've heard enough of XD talking to us, and so we might want let's shift gears, and we'll still keep things fun, but maybe on like a more, I don't know, sane level. So one of the things that I noticed yesterday as I was like walking through this prototype is I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to add some fun to this splash screen.
Oh, totally.
Because right now what it looks like is it just auto animates, I think. Did I hook this up?
Looks like there might be a tap on there.
Oh, oops. Yeah, you're right. Should be time. And then let's play it again. Or play it now. Ah. Did it transition too fast?
I think it
Maybe?
did. The delay was, I think, 0 seconds.
Oh. 1. Might be too slow. Oh, there you go. So yeah, it just does this like kind of simple dissolve in and then shows you the home screen. But I feel like it would be fun to add a little bit of animation to the splash screen.
That
Like
could be fun, yeah.
add little bubbles going up or
Ooh.
like going down. I think bubbles float up. So
Yeah.
we'll make bubbles float up. And then that'll be like our little progress bar for how much the app has loaded.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea.
So that's like a fun little micro interaction that we can play around with. So let's do that. I'm gonna duplicate this artboard. Call this splash. This one is splash with bubbles. And then if you see here in the image and the stock photo, there already are these little bubbles, or maybe I added those in. My bad. But there are like native photo bubbles like here. So what I did was I just created little ellipses and matched that color by ink dropping it. And then, so I have a bunch of bubbles here, and then I just took like a random selection. Actually, let me duplicate this and create more bubbles. And then, what did I do? Copy, paste, ungroup, bring them up. And then let's bring these guys down a little bit so that the position changes between screen 1 and screen 2.
Yep.
And then something else that I did was I just clicked random layers because I wanted to give it some variety, and then I just shrunk them to give it different dimensions.
Nice.
So it's like a really easy and lazy way to add some variety to the
Hey, it
bubbles.
works.
Always looking for those hacks. And then I can like take another random selection and shift them around. Because if you use auto animate, it's just looking for the difference of position and scale between the two artboards. Cool. One thing that I realized is we don't have. I should have done this another way.
Now
I
there
don't
is a
remember which
possibility that
bubbles
you might
ended
run
up.
into some issue because all the layer names are the same.
Oh.
It's bubble, 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 bubble.
Should
You
we-
can try it, see what happens, but you could use the rename it plugin.
Let's do that to be safe. And then bubble ascending, descending. Why is it showing me? Oh, oops. There you go. There we go. So I got those guys, and then I have to make sure that those layers are also on this artboard, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna delete all of my work.
Oh,
My bad. Paste those in there. I'm gonna ungroup them. What did that do? Is it because they're off the artboard that they're in the pasteboard?
yeah. So what you could do is on the first artboard, put them all into a group, and then copy the group and put them over.
I see. Bubbles. Okay. And these are just like rogue bubbles. And then I want to make these guys move a little bit. We'll shift this up because the bubbles are moving up. And then let's hook it up. So this screen should hook up to this screen. We should make this guy the home. Time, delay 1 second. I feel like duration, we can bump it up a little bit because we want it to take time to move up and then transition over. So we'll do that. Let's try, and then let's auto animate it. See how that works. So they're like floating up.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
Watch it again. Oops. Close. Yeah, you can see them kind of like doing little swivels, so
Yeah.
I think I want that to be more dramatic. Also, I don't think we need the delay to be as great, so let's try like 0.6 and see how that works.
And a few people were suggesting that the dot on the eye on Divr could be a bubble itself.
Ooh, that's a good suggestion.
Yeah, or at the end of the, maybe the beginning would start with no dot on top, and then a bubble would kind of rise up from the bottom, and then just like
Ooh,
kind of end there.
let's do that.
Could be fun.
So in order to do that, I would need to convert this into an outline.
Yeah, into a path. You can, that's under the object menu, or you can Command 8.
Command 8. Nice. Maybe I should go to the design tab to be safe. And then get rid of this, or this, this, what am I doing? Can I drag it?
You can,
It's
you
part
have
of
to
this
drag it on the actual nodes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Got it. So we want it to float up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I want to start it down here and be like opacity 20. And maybe I want that to be like off the side a little bit too. So we'll see if it like shoots in a diagonal or if it manages to squiggle on an S path.
Right.
Let's test it out and see.
Oh, so on the second artboard, you also have to make that a path and make sure
Oh.
that both layer names are the same.
Got it. Command 8. This is called logo. This is called logo. There's my eye.
Oh, there it goes. Boop.
Nice. I don't think it needs, it seems like there's like a bit of a delay between this screen and this screen, right? Yeah,
Yep.
we don't need that to be as great, I think. And I feel like they can continue on a little more upwards, or maybe let's just kill the delay altogether and see how that looks. It feels too like robotic at the end.
You could also change the easing. So on the auto animate layer, when you're connecting the two artboards, you can do ease in and out possibly
Oh, good call.
on the previous one.
On this one?
Yeah. That way at the end it kind of slowly eases out. Oh, Jan is saying maybe make the dot round so it looks more like a bubble.
On the eye?
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Yeah, so you can possibly delete that dot completely and then just make
create a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
There's so much possibility with this.
I know, I feel like loading states are really fun to design
Yeah.
for. It's just that it's hard to get the resources and the bandwidth to spend
That's
time
true.
on it.
Because it's such a small thing in the grand scheme of an app.
Yeah.
But I can spend all day creating a loading screen.
I'm gonna call this eye circle. There's probably like a scientific name for it, like the thing on the top.
They're probably, I'm gonna look that up.
Because like there's the T has something too, like the little crossbow. That has a name for it. So drag that guy, oops. Maybe start it.
Or if anyone in the chat knows, let us know. Oh, there it goes.
Yay,
It eases into place.
that looks fun.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
kinda
where that
neat.
ended up.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the suggestions. All right. Do we want to play with more voice commands, or are we kind of done with that for today?
Could mix it up a little bit.
What do you guys want to see?
Did you ever get a chance to animate the masks as you're dragging back and forth?
You know what? I tried to troubleshoot that yesterday and I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, okay.
So here's what I did figure out. I figured out if I take this layer,
Yep.
like basically they have the same layer names, but I don't know why I can't get it to work. But if I copy paste this guy here and just scale it up, then it animates the way that I want it to. So let me show you what that looks like. So now if let's hide that other layer that I don't want. Try it again. Wait, what? Auto animate.
Oh, it's a
because-
drag.
Yeah,
Oh, you wanted, oh, okay.
because I want to drag it up.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
I'll like swipe up and then to learn
Got
more.
it.
Will it work if it's a tap?
Mm-hmm.
There's still like a weird white background that's coming in
there
from
is.
somewhere. And I thought I hid the other layer that I didn't want, but it's somehow making an appearance. Is it these guys? Button. Okay, let's try it now. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, Jan put a
Weird.
shark in her username.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Maybe let's just do one other voice command.
Okay.
And this time we can also like create a list of things underneath. So rather than like having a sassy response and not having anything to show for it, let's try to come up with some answers that incorporate visuals.
Right. Some
in
actual
the feedback.
practical ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say, how can I help? Maybe we can connect this one. Okay. You guys are seeing my like true design workflow, which is to not have everything spick and span. It's just like copy and paste everywhere and then we'll clean up the artboard later. So let's ask, hey Divr, can you tell me more about crocodile flatfish? Hook that up. Tap. Wait. Voice. And then we need a response. I'm sure there's a sassy way to say it, but
Probably. If anyone has any suggestions for sassy crocodile
flatfish.
flatfish responses, throw it in the chat.
Here you go. And then we can like take this guy and dump him in here. So this was another one that I mirrored, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
But because we're just using it as a answer. In
What if you
this
have
screen.
the instead of the answer screen, it actually goes to that artboard over there, and then there's a speech playback that talks about it.
Ooh, that's a good call. Let's do that. So we can take them from here to here,
Yeah.
and then the trigger is time, and then voice or place speech playback. Where did my thingy go? Or is it here? Oh, I messed it up. Wait.
Yeah, so you want a time transition going over there,
Here.
and then over there you'll want speech playback.
Got it. And then from here, I want speech playback.
Yep. Levin is asking, can you animate sound waves? You can in Adobe XD.
Let's try animating these guys then. Because as you talk, they might like pulse out,
Right.
like in and out. So we
They
could
could do
probably
that.
use auto animate for this, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So let me do this. Make space for it. I'm sorry, guys. This is a true workflow. Hot mess everywhere. I don't know where this is going. We'll disconnect these for now. So maybe we want this guy to start smaller. And then it can auto animate to this size.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have to be tap? There's no time. Time is only for voice commands.
No, if you select the entire artboard, Then you can do a time transition.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So time, maybe a second to start. And then I want this to go back to this size and just keep looping.
Okay, so so it'd be another time transition with no delay or a short delay, and then go back that way.
So I'm gonna have these, a short time transition to here
Yep,
with a delay.
if you want. If you want it to delay, otherwise you can just leave it. Because you can do like an in and out on both of them, so
Yeah.
it kind of goes like this.
Got it. Yeah, that's what I want. And then it'll just keep looping
Yeah.
back and forth.
Mhm.
And how do I get out of the loop?
You could have a trigger, so you can have like a tap trigger that goes to a voice or something like that. Voice will be tricky if it's in a loop. You can try it. I don't know. I don't think it'll work, but you can do a tap that goes to something that's listening to your voice. If that makes sense.
Tap to something that's listening to.
Like
It's
another
this
screen. Yeah.
Okay, let's try it. See how it works.
Oop.
Oop. It's
The layer names might not be the same, or you had auto animate selected, right?
I think so. Time. Oh, it's a transition, that's why. And also these are probably not centered with each other. Yeah. There we go. And then this one should be auto animate back.
There we go. It's kind of neat.
It looks kind of scary.
It does.
Maybe the waves are better. Also, like, waves are an underwater thing, right?
Right. But
Ocean
there's also
waves.
sonar waves, like Ashy is mentioning.
That is true.
Yeah, like on radars.
It looks like a fish is attacking you. Speaking of fish attacking you, if you want to see a crazy video, there's so
Oh,
this
no.
guy, the Titan triggerfish. He's like a really aggressive fish apparently. I don't know, I've never seen one. But like, look at his teeth. And then they like, every time they see a camera, they'll just kind of run into the camera
Oh.
and like charge.
That's terrifying.
So if you want to see what it looks like firsthand, there's a lot of videos on YouTube.
I'll stay away from that.
Yeah. No, there's like some crazy stuff. Okay.
You can find a vector of a shark, and you can do like the shark talking. Baby shark.
Oh, let's try that. Maybe like as XD is singing to you or rapping to you, it can match
Oh, that'd be
the
cool.
time sequence.
I wonder if Adobe stock has anything.
Baby shark.
Oh.
Shark.
Nothing good for free.
What if it's not a vector? It probably should be a vector though, unless you want it to look really janky.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there's a stock entry point here.
Mm-hmm.
So I can look up baby shark from here. Nice. See what I mean about like
Oh no.
sad results?
Yep.
Uh-oh. My computer doesn't really like the Adobe stock website for some reason. Do we like this baby shark? Or do we like this baby shark?
Oh, they're all so cute.
Or this one? Or this one could charge at you because it's like facing straight ahead.
Oh yeah.
And then we can just scale it to be really big and it can just like attack you.
Yeah.
We could use that for the threatening version where like we threaten to lock your
Oh,
phone
we could.
screen. It's
Yeah,
like,
we could do that.
3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm. You can have the mouth get larger with auto animate
Let's try it.
if your computer wants to cooperate.
Yeah. It eventually gets there. Let's just let it do its thing.
I'll see if I can download it from my end and send it to you.
Thank you. So I like the pulsing. I think one thing I might want to do is remove the borders on the ellipses. So so that it looks a little bit more flush.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
So let me do that. There's probably a faster way for me to do this, right? If I had feedback indicator as a symbol, and then it would just propagate at once.
Yeah, but then again, you wouldn't be able to animate it because symbols at the moment cannot be resized individually.
Got it.
Soon, though. That's coming.
But if I do this.
Alexander is asking about importing text with drag and drop. So you have to make sure that your text document is a plain text document, so like a TXT, not an RTF or anything. And it should work.
So close.
Oh, there's 12 minutes till the portfolio deadline. That's exciting.
Nice. I'm excited to see your portfolio, guys.
Yeah.
Question. Is
Yep.
there a way, so like let's say that I have this and I want to apply a symbol to this object. Is there a way to do that from like here, or do I have to drag and drop from the asset layer?
Yeah, you have to drag it from the assets.
Okay, so there isn't no way to like apply it from the artboard itself.
Say it again.
So like, let's say that I make this guy a symbol, right? And then I want to apply this symbol to here, to this grouping.
Oh, okay.
Is the only way to do it like copy paste here, or like drag it from the artboard or from the assets layer here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, like this.
If I'm understanding correctly, yeah.
Got it.
That's terrifying.
Oh God. What?
Baby shark.
I think it's because I have these YouTube videos up. Let's close it.
This was the one, right?
Yeah,
Okay, let me see if I can grab this one.
thanks.
Is it a vector? Yes, it is.
We can start using creating the template for that. So where is my thread? Here. So we can do 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Marco, welcome. And if anyone does have questions for Christine as she's designing this amazing voice prototype, definitely let us know. We all need Howard to sit next to us while designing.
We do. Okay, this is my lock screen.
Nice. Let's see, how would I send this to you?
Through a library? Do you have access to my library?
I don't think so.
Can I grant it to you somehow? Magically?
I don't know.
Stop.
We need the hovering Howard figurine. Does AirDrop work? Maybe open AirDrop and see if...
I think my computer's too old for AirDrop,
Oh no.
but let's try it. Oh, yay.
Let's see
You
if
see
you
me?
pop up. Not yet. Oh, there you are. Sweet.
Nice.
Bam.
Yay. Okay. So can I not drag? Oh, is it an AI file? So I
Yeah.
can't drag and drop in?
You can drag it into XD, but not into a unless you go to, I think, File, Import, or Place. You might be able to do it that way.
File, import,
Import, and then find it there.
downloads. It's my cousin's. Let's see. What the heck did I name it?
Should be named Adobe Stock something or other.
Adobe Stock. File, import, Adobe Stock. The heck is that? Oh, it's from my beer app.
Oh.
Adobe stock. Oh, AI? AI.
There it is.
Me too, Jan. I love airdrop when it works. Okay, here's my shark. I don't need this background, so I'm gonna get rid of it. We're gonna put this underneath and maybe scale it down for now. It looks too happy to be like a threatening.
It does look happy, but you can
thing.
change the, because it's an Illustrator file, it comes in with paths.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can actually change the mouth and make it sad or angry or whatever.
Gotcha. I'm gonna name this Shark. Ungroup this. And then set it to 1. Two, 3. Oops. We can like have it twisted too
Oh boy, this is getting terrifying.
and like make it super big. We can make it like swim like this and charge towards you.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be awesome. Okay, and then I think everything is already hooked up. Let's double check. Nope, I lied. So this is a time delay 0. Auto animate to this screen, yep. And then we want to auto animate to this screen.
Make sure the time is set to 0 as well in that one.
0. The duration or the delay?
Delay.
0. And then this one. And then, let's see. Time 0, auto animate. Yeah, sure. That looks good. Let's try it. Is this one hooked up to Hey Divr, can you sing me a song? No.
So many artboards.
I know. So many options, that's why. And then this one was connected to here somewhere, right? This is why you should be organized. Because
Yeah, really.
then you have to backtrack and remember what you did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what we did.
I think if you Command A,
This
you can
one?
see all the wires going all over the place.
Command A.
Yeah, there they go.
Hey Divr, can you sing me a song? That's triggered by here. And then we click the spacebar from here, right? So we need some entry point from this artboard somehow. Should I just draw a random circle?
Sure.
Set that to 0. Hook that up to here. Voice. Hey Divr, can you sing me a song? Oh, maybe here. We should just say, actually no. Let's try this first and
Okay.
I'll explore that one later. Okay. Hey Divr, can you sing me a song? Hello? Hello?
I think it might be because there's that looping going on. So it's,
Right, because you said the voice doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
You have to tap something.
unless you catch it at the right moment, but it's still tricky.
So let's just tap up here for fun. In the top left corner. So. Wait, what just happened?
It's kind of terrifying.
This would be a fun place to add some MP3 audio.
Yes.
Like
The
the Jaws
theme song. Yeah.
As he like goes into you.
Yeah. I think Jan mentioned something about that earlier.
Oh, maybe? Okay, so maybe instead of this threat, I was thinking we can just show the media, but then at the very end, like have a text layer that says No.
No.
But like in 100-point font.
Maybe it's in the in the shark's mouth or something.
No. Make it black? Does that work?
I think white was good.
White?
Yeah.
No. Let's try that again. Oh, I see, because it's looping and the hotspot's only there, you have to catch it at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Hey, Divr, can you sing me a song? No.
Very creepy.
Let's delete this. We don't need it.
We have 2 minutes left before portfolio reviews, so get those in quickly, or else the shark's coming after you.
Yeah, there's some sad photos on Adobe stock, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. There is a need for it, I think, from some people to
There
use
might
those
be.
photos.
It could be for, like PETA might use it, for
right,
example.
like
to-
environmental.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I think what I should do is I should clean up my artboard because it's starting to get a little bit crazy. So one thing I like to do is for any screens that I've explored and deemed dead, I'll create an exploration
Oh,
graveyard
I like that idea.
and create a separate section for it. And usually it's like far enough away from the final designs that, so like people don't get confused and look at it. So I'm gonna take this, oops. Is there a way to
No.
select them? No. So I'm gonna drag it down here where no one will think to look.
I'm gonna start doing this.
Cause it's nice, like in design review, a lot of times like other teammates will ask, oh, did you explore this? Oh, did you explore that?
Right.
It's like, yes, I did. Let me show you all the variations. And then like scroll down to the exploration graveyard. They're like, this is why it didn't work. This is why this one didn't work.
It's a good
So-
idea.
Rather than having to like dig it up in your files, or if you override them, if you have version history, you might be able to dig back. But
Right.
I feel like even that's a little bit difficult because you're seeing it in isolation. But if you're able to see it all in one screen and then quickly drag your final version next to it, and you can see why it didn't work and it died, then it's a little
That's
bit easier
true.
to manage. So that's one thing that I like to do.
My projects have a lot of things that didn't work.
That's often the case.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And that's often what you want.
Yeah, you have to get through the things that don't work in order to get to the things that do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, my desk at work. So I have like a stack of scrap paper and I have like my Sharpie, and there's just like crumpled pieces of paper all over because those are all my dead ideas that didn't even make it to the next stage. So yeah, it's important to explore all that and get it out of the way so you can focus on the things that matter most.
Totally.
So this is a home screen.
We have the countdown. It is time
That was a fast countdown.
to go to space. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna strap in our space suits and we're gonna head to space and review some portfolios. So we'll be back in just a minute. Whoa! We're in space or undersea. Or if we're undersea, we probably shouldn't take these off, but I'm gonna do it anyway. These are some pretty cool. I need one of these at home. Can I take this home? No? Okay.
Where is it made from?
Woo! Alrighty. So we are in space. We're gonna take a look at some portfolios because that's what people do in space, apparently. So this first one is from Usman. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. But he's a senior UI and UX designer from Synapse, probably.
Synapse?
He's from Pakistan. He's got a lot of views on his portfolio. Nice job. All the social media icons. I like
Nice.
seeing that. Pretty good history. Freelance and web and graphic designer, UI and UX, senior web and graphic designer, A lot of different places. Cheetah Soft. That sounds fun. He's got his full resume on here. A little bit about him. Oh, he's got his phone number on there. Oh boy.
That's brave.
I know, that's very brave. All right, focused on, he's got a bit about recent project. Google material design app named Zindagi for Android and iOS. I like that he shows like a recent project that's here.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice.
I almost wonder if you should bring the recent project up higher.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what I would be interested in, is like, what are you currently working on?
That's true. Yeah, unless it's here, but I don't see that one.
Yeah.
It might be. All right, so which one do you want to start with?
There's so many options.
I know, and it's very colorful. I like the colors.
Yeah. Let's start with the first one.
All right.
On Behance, you can reorder projects, right? Or is it based on date uploaded?
That's a good question. I believe it is possible to, I could be wrong, but I believe it's possible. I lost it. We'll have to check. I broke everything. Okay, so Park Key. What I would say off the bat, I kind of like the simplicity at the top, but I also like projects that have like this big hero image. What are your thoughts on that?
It could go either way.
Yeah.
It depends on like your aesthetic and what you're trying to put forth. But I think the nice thing about having a hero image is it grabs the user's attention up front. So to have the transition from your screenshot earlier in the thumbnail, there was a image, right, with a car with the little parking space.
Yep.
It might be good to have that repeat here, just so the user knows, or whoever's viewing your portfolio knows that they're in the right place and they clicked on the right thing.
Yeah.
To have that continuity.
So Val is confirming you can reorder if you want.
Nice.
Nice, yes. All right, so Park Key is a car parking mobile app UI and UX designed for iOS and Android. Book and pay for parking in seconds through an online platform. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
There's nothing I hate more than going to a parking meter and not being able to pay because I don't have change or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Looks like it may have gotten cut off here. So make sure you're checking your copywriting.
And one thing I might suggest also is the text paragraph, be very selective about what you want to put up there.
Yeah.
So like Parky is a car parking, I think mobile app UI UX designed for iOS and Android. I don't know if that was supposed to be part of the same sentence or if that was like a quick label that you wanted people to scan through. So having some kind of like hierarchy in terms of like what you want them to know about Parky up front might be helpful to blow up a little bit bigger just to establish like ease of scannability.
Yeah, and sometimes less is more. Like underneath Park Key, you can just have a few words that kind of sum up what the app is, like book, pay, park, something like that. Just to, and then you can have one or two sentences down here, just so there's not too much that a user has to read as they're scrolling through this. All right.
Ooh, fun.
That's kind of cool. I like how the background kind of extends outside of the phone.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't 100% tell me what the app is. It's just kind of like a landscape shot, which is pretty, but I would like to maybe see something to do with cars or parking. All right. The app is simple. I like it. The colors are nice. It's very minimalistic. Although I am kind of turning my head to see it. Maybe a little bit back this way.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like that sideways trend has been a very dribbleized
It has, yeah.
aesthetic. But if you want people to look at the screens and understand the product, I think it's okay to have them like horizontal, how you would normally experience it.
And I'm imagining that further down the page there will be some more screens that are horizontal.
Oh, yeah.
But if you want this kind of fancy look, maybe put them inside of devices and maybe even put them like in this spot or in this spot so they're kind of, get them out of the way early and then you get to the actual screens. But let's see what's down here.
It's a long scroll bar, so
it is.
Assuming there's a lot of content in
Colors are really nice. Although I would say that it's tricky when you're displaying colors because sometimes the background color can gives you a weird illusion of what the colors are. And I know he did put a drop shadow behind the green so it doesn't blend too much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. How do you feel about the green in the background?
For color palettes, I'll usually try to stick to something more neutral, like
Yeah.
a true gray or a black or white, just because, as you mentioned, if you have a color, it kind of shifts the tones of the other colors. Like optically, you perceive it differently. So that's one thing I would consider
Yeah.
too.
I do like the fact that he used sort of like a location icon for these, because the app is kind of, you know, it definitely incorporates location into it. That was a nice touch. Icons.
Nice.
Yeah.
Super clean.
Very nice. Fonts. All right.
Was this part of like a bigger banner or a poster? Because I noticed that on the color section, it's a like typot, and then I'm wondering if
Oh,
it
you're right.
connects to
It does.
graphy.
Interesting.
So
I
if
didn't
that
even
was the
notice
case, like if you did have it as a poster, I might want to just see the entire poster
Right.
in one shot instead of just chunked out like
that.
this.
Yeah, that could be interesting. And then we have more of, yeah, we're kind of running into the same thing here, where we're kind of cocking our heads to the left to read this. So I would straighten it out just a little bit. Although it, you know, it's, for these simple screens like the login screen or the home screen, it's probably not terrible, because we can kind of see what it is even without turning our heads. But once you get into more details like menus and things like that, where you have to start reading content, then it gets a bit trickier.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty, you know, the design is nice. It's minimalistic. And it kind of tells you exactly what you're supposed to do. Oh, here we go.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so he did follow our advice. He just updated that just now. Yeah, so this is good. So this is a screen that has a lot more details, and it's straight on, so we can read it. All right, it's very Google Maps-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
which
did
is
mention
good.
he was working on material design, right? So
Yep.
it's good to see that exercised here.
Yeah, and you can definitely kind of see some of that stuff coming through. And if you are in the chat, definitely let us know.
Yeah, but having it like laid out in this orientation makes it so much easier, especially when it comes to things like flows. You can easily move from one screen to the next and understand that linear progress.
Yep.
So, yeah, I like this section right now.
Yeah, this is great. So it kind of takes a user through the flow of this app.
Yeah.
Very nice. And then user dashboard. Again, very simple. Profile. All right. This is a long project.
Ooh, what's the long-term plan? Like things that
Is this things that you
Didn't get
want to release in the future? Maybe on something like this, maybe explain a little bit about what this section might be.
yeah.
Or is this... Oh, I wonder if this
long-term or
is...
short-term parking?
Yeah, that's what what I'm wondering as well. That might be what that is. Vehicles.
Yeah, I would take advantage because Behance lets you add little text blocks to your page, right?
Right.
So if you can add a little bit of context to help us understand what we're looking at, it'll make our jobs easier and also help us give like better critique.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
That was cool. All right, where is the next one? Let's go back. And back again. There we go. All right, which one should we go for?
What about the second one?
All right, let's see. What is this? Text and Nurse. All right. So Text and Nurse UI and UX mobile app designed for iOS. It's a cute icon.
Yeah.
If you are a nurse, please click on the nurse button. Where do you want to go? Okay, so this is like a very quick way to get in touch with a nurse if you're having any medical issues or something. Obviously not emergencies, call 911. Welcome to, oh, cute little animation. I wonder if you are in the chat, did you create these little, what are they called? Characters or vectors or illustrations yourself, or were they Adobe stock or something to that extent?
Yeah, because it's interesting because the icon has like a very different visual treatment. It's a little bit of more the flat style versus this one, which is a little bit more cartoony. And then in the background, there's a photo. So I wonder I would want to hear more about like what drove you to use those 3 different distinct visual styles
Yeah.
in a little text blurb. on
Yeah.
Behance.
And a very nitpicky thing, I would say on the sides, give a little bit of breathing room over there. I think there needs to be, what is it, 16 pixels, something
Yeah,
like that on the
16.
side. It looks like it's a little too close to the edge, but small thing. Main page. Okay, there's like a waiting indicator. That's kind of cool. Earnings. Oh, I guess this is from the perspective of a nurse. Okay, got it. Text might be a little too small here. Text to nurse. And this is for the patient's side.
Gotcha.
Yeah, same feedback. I mean, it looks like smaller things could go a long way for something like this. Give a little bit more breathing room, increase the size of the text so people can read it. And it's coming along.
Yeah, so one thing that I would want to see more of, I think we chatted a little bit about this yesterday, but like Dribbble, it's really good for posting your final shots, right? And
Right.
it's more visual, whereas Behance, you do have the room and the space to kind of outline the entire journey of how you got to where you are. So like these screens all look great, but I think I'd be more curious as to like how did you end up on these screens? Like what drove you to decide to, you know, make the map underneath and like put the focus there, and just having a little bit more background I think would be helpful to add.
Yeah, totally. In terms of layout, I would say definitely make these phones or devices a little bit bigger so we can see exactly what's going on. I know you probably want to squeeze as many devices onto the viewport as possible, but feel free, because Behance you can scroll and scroll and scroll, and it's probably better to see the devices a little bit larger than to kind of be squinting and not see much information. Cool, let's do one more. What looks fun?
What is that like crazy looking guy?
Let's see. Ooh, Hook
Hook
Wars. Oh,
Wars.
this is interesting. So this is a game he made in Pakistan, similar to Clash of Clans, with action graphics and colors, and colorful. Okay. Ooh,
Can you
character.
sketch these yourself?
These are pretty cool.
Yeah,
So then this is kind of the stuff you're talking about, is how did you get to the end result?
exactly.
And this
yeah.
is exactly what we'd love to see, not just in a game like, what is this called? Hook Wars,
Wars.
but also in mobile apps as well. 3D model. So he's a 3D modeler as well? He does everything.
Jack of all trades.
And final icon, nice.
Ooh.
Splash screen, manipulation. Logo design. That's really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see, how this game looks actually in action. Even if you didn't create the actual animations or things like that, I would also love to see how that kind of plays into it. And you can definitely add a footnote there if you didn't animate it or whatever it might be.
Or having a link to the Hook Wars website maybe, or
Oh yeah. Cool. Good job. So definitely, if you're in the chat, check out Usman's profile on Behance. Give him a follow and give him some feedback, possibly.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to Simon. I believe he was the winner on the first day of the Creative Cloud Challenge.
the sticker. Oh, the creative 1-year subscription.
Yeah, creating a photo. Actually, there it is right there, the photo gallery. So let's take a quick look at that. So Simon entered the challenge on day 1 to create a photo gallery for web or mobile, and this was it. Really nice.
It was a fast turnaround.
I know. And here's a video showing some of the auto animate stuff, which is coming to the web soon.
Wait, you said that auto animate doesn't translate here, but it looks.
Not yet. So he recorded a video within
Oh,
XD,
I
and then
see,
he
I see.
uploaded this and embedded it to Behance.
Okay.
But very soon,
But if you embed the prototype in Behance.
yeah, it'll just
Got it.
transition to, or it'll, fall back just to transition.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That was really nice.
Yeah, it's super slick.
Yeah. And I love the dark mode. Actually, Josh and I this morning were talking about how when it comes to things like photo galleries or photo editing apps, dark modes are always nice because it lets the photos pop.
Right.
Yeah. The only feedback I would say for something like this is watch your spelling a little bit, So up top it's library.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
didn't even notice that.
yeah. Very small things to keep in mind, but otherwise I think the layout looks really nice. He also explains, what happens when you click on certain things. Or you can
Nice.
try the prototype here, which I believe if it has auto animate, it's not going to work at the moment.
Gotcha.
All right, let's see another one. What looks nice?
What's the plan your next holiday one?
Let's see. I like this. I like this hero
Ooh.
image. Oh, it moves.
1 of 10 winners. That's good.
Yeah. That's really nice. Oh, we have a user flow. Yeah, this is a nice layout. It takes a user and a possible client through the process of how, what this app is. So choose your next holiday type. Connect to your Google account. All right. Explore your optimized tools for your holiday. Interesting.
That's a way for you to plan. Oh, and it looks like it's personalized too, depending on the holiday, because it says like gift finder, wish list.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh, it's kind of cool. So the phone kind of breaks up for the scrolling, and then it finishes down there. At the end, you can see when the holiday ends, sad face. Is he in the chat? I don't see him.
One thing that I would be mindful of is for the weather and the Spotify playlist sections, be careful because my first instinct was like, oh, are they banner ads?
Oh, you're
'Cause
right, they
visually,
do.
they look a
Yeah.
little bit different from like the rest of your green and white, very simple geometric style. And these ones are very colorful and photorealistic. So I would just make sure to like make that whole journey a little bit more coherent.
Totally.
Because yeah, banner ads are a real thing, and you don't want people to accidentally think that and not engage with that part
That's
of the
a good
product.
point. Yeah. Especially the Spotify one, it definitely looks like a banner ad. Categories. Overall, I would say that, especially in this Christmas shopping list, again, watch your spelling a little bit, but I would say, you have all this space down here, definitely use it. Make that text a little bit larger, especially if you're, want to tap on things. Those boxes are probably a little bit too small, so people with larger fingers, for example, might tap on the wrong one if they're trying to get to it.
Yeah, I think there's a standard for that, right? It's 48
48, I think,
by
yeah.
48 points.
Yeah.
You want to make for tappable targets on
Yep.
mobile.
Yeah, this one here is a little bit better. Still probably a little bit small, but better.
But the size of the screenshots is really good. Like we're able to
Yep.
see that it's a little bit small because the devices are a little bit larger.
Yep. It's a nice screen here.
Now it's your turn.
Nice. And I love the fact that you have previews that you can actually launch the prototypes that were made in Adobe XD. And again, once auto animate hits the web, it's going to be so much cooler.
Do we know when that's coming?
Soon.
Soon.
That's all I can say.
Okay.
Let's do one more.
Ooh, make your burger.
Okay, let's do that. Create your own burgers in a couple of minutes. Delicious. Now I'm gonna be hungry. All right, so you can locate by location or you can type an address. Create your own burger. Yeah, see this utilizes nice large tap areas, so it's a lot easier to get to, which is nice. It updates the total at the bottom. The design is really nice and fresh and colorful.
Yeah.
Selection. Nice.
It's super clean and easy to scan. And
Yep.
like the way that you chunked out the different types of content is really good. 1:10 a.m. Actually, that's the perfect burger eating time.
Isn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to walk outside at 1:10 a.m.
No.
You want it delivered.
Got some font information at the bottom. Nice.
That's cool too. I like the attributions. I think it's
Yeah.
always good to call out what sources you used.
Yeah, this one is really nice. I would say that kind of like what we were talking about earlier, show the steps that you took to get to whether it's inspiration or, the color schemes, things that didn't work possibly, because I personally love seeing when someone posts mock-ups that just didn't work.
Yeah.
But it shows how you got to the stuff that did work.
For sure.
Nice. Cool. So thank you, Simon, and thank you, Usman. These were great. And if we want to quickly hop back over to your screen. Oh no, it went to sleep.
Oh.
We'll get there.
Wake it up.
And we'll wrap up for the week.
Should we just do a run through of the entire app?
Go for
right
it.
now?
Yeah. Including Baby Shark.
Hopefully it didn't. Oh, we broke it. We broke
Oh
that
no,
connection.
we broke Baby
Let's
Shark.
just make sure that it's connected to. Is it this one or this one? Okay, we just need to make a connection to this screen. So I'm gonna kill the loop
Yeah.
and make it solely based on voice. Hey, Divr, can you sing me a song? And then get rid of that guy. Get rid of that guy. Get rid of this guy. Okay, I hope it works. Let's see.
Nice.
So we can like run through the carousel. We can learn more. Oops, we did an overlay, so we broke it.
Oh, that's okay. It
but
happens.
You can view the field guide. You can choose when you're gonna dive. I'm gonna dive at night. So here's my candy crab, my nudibranchs, my shrimp, mandarin fish. Did you know that mandarin fish don't have scales?
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
It's a weird.
It looks like a frog.
Yeah, it looks like a. Yeah, highlighter.
I bet it is a frog.
frog.
It's just disguising himself.
And then there's.
Crocodile flatfish, aptly named for their likeness to a crocodile.
Thanks.
There we go.
And then if we go back to the home screen.
This is where it gets fun.
Yeah. Was it here?
I think Kevin left.
No, come back here.
Oh, Kevin, maybe we'll summon him with the Baby Shark.
All right. So if I click on this microphone, we ask for permission. Say yes. Hey, Divr, can you sing me a song?
Baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo. I'm just a baby, but
Oh,
I
it's
got
a
a
rap
mean bite. I
version.
eat a lot
That's
of
even
fish.
better.
I got a healthy appetite. I can smell my food from 3 miles away. I gobble gobble gobble. I don't know no other way. I have to keep moving so my gills can breathe. Watch for me. I nibble and bite down on your jet ski. We're just sharks. We avoid the drama. I learned all of this from my mama.
And then it goes into the mama verse.
Yep. And that is the perfect ending to the amazing UI and UX week.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us this week.
Thank you, Howard, for having us.
Where can people find you?
On the internet somewhere. Where am I? I'm on. So I tweet once every 2 years, so that's probably not the best place.
I think the last time you tweeted, you were here.
Yeah.
Last
time. You can find me on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, Christine Lee. There's
Okay.
a million Christine Lees, but I'm the one at Evernote. Or you can find me on my website, christinelee.design.
Nice.
Yeah, reach out. I know a couple of you have reached out, so I will get back to you. It's just been a little bit crazy the past 3 days.
Oh,
but
Val is on it.
yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Val.
you.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. This has been an amazing week. If you missed any of the streams, definitely go back and watch them. Josh, Heba, and Christine were fantastic. I'm going to be back on Tuesday, kicking off the XD Daily Challenge, so don't miss that. And, anything else you want to say? Wrap up?
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark! Go watch Baby Shark videos and maybe make some in Adobe XD and tweet it at us.
The
So-
sticker winners. If you make a Baby Shark sticker, can you share them with us?
Yes, please do
Yes.
that. All right, everyone. We'll see you later.